I made this video because I felt like maybe God wanted me to do this. So I'm really here just to tell you guys my dream. Like today, like just a few hours before, I tried to go to sleep and I couldn't. You know, like when there's something on your head. All it was pounding like the dream, the dream, the dream, the dream. I kept on remembering that. I just got up and I just went to, you know, do what I had to do. So here I am. Yeah. So this dream was on. By the way, if you see me looking down, I'm looking on my phone because I write down my dreams on my phone. The first part of the dream really didn't make sense, but the other part, I actually woke up crying. This is the part, it's like an end of time dream. So I just want to say, before I went to sleep, I was just venting in my room and I was just expressing how a lot of times I chase people. I really do. And I feel like that's why I get hurt a lot, because I end up looking to people for comfort and looking to people for love. The whole time God has been there. I keep going to people, confiding in people, and instead of mostly confiding in God. And you know, he does know everything I go through, but he still doesn't hear from me. Other people, they hear from me. They hear what I go through. I don't come and talk to him. I talk to other people. So that's what I was expressing. Basically, I saw myself at home talking to myself in my room. Then I appeared in town and I was walking with a group of people. I do not remember who, but it was a group of people. We're talking about this hair salon that I really wanted to go to. And then all of a sudden, a big hole appears in the middle of the ground. At this point, everybody's terrified, like a big hole. This hole was like a vacuum or something. Like it ended up sucking people in. Sucked in certain people. In this hole, when I got closer and I looked in the hole, I will put pictures in to kind of explain what I'm talking about. In this hole, they would land on a mesh net kind of stuff, a steel, rusty looking mesh net, and underneath, I think it was like you could see lava inside of it. There were chains and stuff. After the hole filled up, or enough people were caught on the net, because it was a large amount already, it would have shaken, and then the hole just sealed up. It just sealed up like normal, like nothing happened. Like you wouldn't, no crack, no scratch, no crack, nothing, and they were gone. So now I'm at home. I'm in the dining room. There was no dining table anymore. I know my dining table went, but it wasn't there. A hole appeared in my house and it started sucking up people, and people who don't even live in my house. I've never seen these people. They just got sucked in. I even saw my cousin like inside of the hole, and I was trying to reach for her. The ground, the tiles, everything intact afterwards, after that whole thing. And I'm telling you, like, it took up the whole it took up the whole dining room. It just sealed over. And then after that, it was funny because my dining table was in the next part of the dream. So after that, I ended up seeing this huge shovel. I don't know, it was like, how do I explain it? It was just moving by itself. It was just moving around and it was digging holes. It was 5 times the size of me. 5 times, should I say 10 times? It was tall, like I was looking up like this. Then the holes would swallow the people and then cover back up. It was a really scary experience because it like I watched my family go in that hole, and some of my family members were still with me, but you know, I was scared because I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, what's happening? I was left with my grandma and my cousin. There were other people, like maybe 2 other people or 1 person, but I can't remember who they were. I ended up praying because remember I said I was scared, and this is what I said. And I find it so interesting in dreams. Like, you should, like, if you are dreaming, write down your dreams, especially when you say something, make a note of what you say, because a lot of time it will give you clarity. It will help you to understand your dream. I said, I can't tell God what to do. He does as he pleases. I didn't even realize it was the rapture. At this point, everybody was gone. Now there was this old lady. Well, I wouldn't say she's really old. She looked about 50, and She had like small moles on her face. Like she looked like a cute little lady. She herself was digging with a shovel, her own shovel, right? I was wondering, like, bro, who is she and why she's digging holes in my house? And guys, it was just so weird. How can you dig holes in tiles? I don't know. My dreams never make sense to me. But she was digging holes. She was digging holes through the tiles. So I left her inside and I ended up going outside. Now everything looked normal, like how it was. It didn't even look like there was a mess. It looked like if everybody left, people's lights were on in their house. Everything was just there. When I looked at the skies, they looked bluish close to black, but they had like a bright orange lining, almost like if there was fire or something in the sky. I don't know how to even explain it. Outside was windy at first, but then after a while, like, it just turned still. Like there was no wind blowing, nothing going on. And also I saw my dog. Well, it's a dog that we had, and in reality he died. And my other dog, which is alive in this, okay, let's call the dog V, and let's call the dog that's alive now Shell. V was tangled up in his leash, so I untangled him. When I was letting him go, Shell came and smelled him and then bit him in his bottom. That's so weird. He basically ran and escaped her, and there was a way in which he ran. It was just so weird, right? But anyway, the way in which he ran gave him an advantage with her, on her, because I don't know, I guess it kind of confused her, and then eventually she gave up. I went back inside to the lady, and we basically let her know that it didn't seem like there was anybody else there. I went inside and told the lady what I saw. So she stopped shoveling and she just like, oh, everybody's gone. She told us that we're part of the 200, and I'm just like, 200? Dreams just say weird stuff. She told us we had to leave with her. Okay, when I was looking, people were already going up inside the sky. Like in the backyard we had to go, and it was like we lined up, and then at a certain spot we were swept up into the sky. It seemed like if there were only a few people, like the ones who we were with, that it was just a few of us. I asked the woman a lot of questions. She told me that we'll meet in heaven and see everyone who made it. And she said even your Christian brothers and sisters, the annoying ones, the ones who you can't stand, you're gonna see them up there. After she told me that, I heat up a slice of pizza. I started eating, and I said, there's no food where I'm going, so I'll enjoy it. It's better I enjoy it while I have it. And I asked the lady if she wants some. She laughed and said, no thank you. I was like, you sure? Somebody asked, what can we do in heaven to make ourselves feel better? And the lady said, prayer and fasting. I was confused at this point, because I'm just like, prayer and fasting, but we're not gonna have food in heaven, so how are we gonna? I asked her if I would be getting into heaven, you know, because I was a part of the 200, as she said. And she just replied with, she didn't know. So I asked if I did anything wrong. Did I do anything wrong? Like, I really want to know. She just told me that I just said what I did. She didn't even say anything, but the memory of me talking to myself in my room played. After that, I started crying. I really couldn't even stop crying. As we walked out of the house, like, I was walking alongside of her, and I was just crying uncontrollably. And she comforted me, and she hugged me, and she told me that everything would be okay. But to me, even though she said that everything would be okay, I had a feeling that everything was not going to be okay until God told me it was going to be okay. When we were walking down further into the yard, we saw a lady on a ladder on my roof, and she was waving. She was like, hey, cause trying to get our attention. When the lady saw the woman in pink, She screamed for joy and then she came down immediately. We all, I guess you can say, we all lined up and we just continued walking down until we got to the certain spot where we were supposed to go up. It just ended there, but it was just so scary. It really hurt me. Like, I feel like it was almost like a wake-up call. Those who watching, I really feel like you guys should repent, that y'all should get your lives right with God, because really and truly, you really don't want to be that person in the hole. You don't want to spend your life in hell, burning for eternity. You want to live forever in the kingdom of heaven. You wanna be with your Creator. And I don't wish that on anybody, to like be destroyed for, you know, eternity, or just be in hell, because it's a bad place. That's what I got from this dream, as well as a few Bible verses that I will include inside this video. So thanks for watching, and tune in for next time.